Hillary, and this is my arc length project. So a path I chose is this park that's about like a 10-minute walk from my house. It's called Veterans Park in South Hackensack. Some of the lengths of this park were pretty like straightforward. They were kind of just lines. However, I was kind of encountered with some arcs, and so as you can see on the picture on the right, I took the path and split it up into five different sections. So I have section one and section two, the purple and then the light pink, which are like pretty much like straight lines that I could measure using the tool in Google Maps. However, I found like four different sections, which I labeled Arc 1, Arc 2, Arc 3, and Arc 4, which I decided to use calculus to find out the distance. And then the goal of my project was to figure out how many laps I would have to like run or walk around this path for it to be 1 mile. And so I started with sections 1 and 2, and I used the like measure tool in Google Maps. And so the first section was 52 feet, and then the other section was 444 feet for a sum of 496 feet. So for arc 1, I tilted the path a little bit to put it on the axis, as you can see on the like top photo in the left. And then I found the maximum, which was at the point 27,9. And then I put this into the graph software, and then I got an equation, f of x, of minus 0.0152x squared plus 0.7424x. And then I took f prime of this, which turned out to be minus 0.0304x plus 0.17424. And then I took f prime of x because the arc length formula is the integral from a to b of the square root of 1 plus f prime squared. And so I was able to plug all these numbers in. Since my arc ends at when x is 49, I took the integral from 0 to 49 of the square root of 1 plus f prime squared dx. And then my answer was 59.398 feet. For arc 2, I did something very similar. For f of x, I got minus 0.006x squared plus 1.0523x plus 1.8504e to the minus 17. For f prime of x, I got minus 0.012x plus 1.0523. I used the arc length formula again, and I got an arc length of 203.232. For arc 3, I did something very similar, and then I got my equation of f of x being minus 0.0055x squared plus 0.9158x, and then my f prime of x was minus 0.011x plus 0.9158. I used the arc length formula again, and then I did the integral from 0 to 166, because that's where my path ended, where arc 3 ended. And so then I just did the square root of 1 plus f prime of x squared dx. And then I got 186.799 feet. For arc 4, which was my last arc, I found the maximum, which was at 0.41, 10. And then I found my endpoint, which was at 78.0. And then using this information, I found that f prime of x was minus 0.0132x plus 0.5142. I used the arc length formula again, and then I did, to find the arc length, I did the integral from 0 to 78 of the square root of 1 minus 0.0132x plus 0.5142 squared dx. And then I got an answer of 88.486 feet. And so my path length in total is the sum of section 1 and section 2 plus arc lengths 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so I got section 1 and section 2 was 496 feet plus 559.398 feet for arc 1, 203.23 feet for arc 2, 186.799 for arc 3, and 88.486 feet for arc 4. and then I got a total of 1,033.92 feet. And so about 5 laps is 1 mile. A little more than 5 laps is 1 mile.